Hey guys, so one of the things that I kind of wanted to share that I've really been struggling with throughout this whole most recent hospitalization and this whole process of trying to rehabilitate and get back to kind of myself is mentally, I'm not okay. Um, I have been dealing a lot with anger and frustration, feeling like I'm a burden because, for those of you who don't know, I do need to have someone help me with quite a bit of things. I am in a wheelchair. So, I'm in a wheelchair. Um, I am not able to walk right now. I'm not able to really function on the right side of my body other than, from here up. And it's just very, very frustrating. So, like, throughout this whole process, thankfully, the inpatient rehab unit that I stayed on for like 3 weeks, 20 days or something like that, 2.5 weeks, I think, was actually, a little over 2.5 weeks was spent in the inpatient rehab unit. I spent time in ICU as well as the stroke unit, but not as much time there as I did on the inpatient rehab unit. And thankfully, on the inpatient rehab unit, they did have a neuropsychologist who kind of talked to me about things, and he did start me on Prozac. However, that dosage has changed because I felt like it wasn't really doing anything. So when I saw my primary care doctor, he kind of asked me, I think he realized that something was off because like, obviously I had worked with my primary care doctor when I was working as a medical assistant prior to all of this happening. And like when I went in for my appointment, I think he could tell that something was off because I was just like flat, like not joking, not really smiling, nothing. And like I think he could tell that there was something off about my behavior and my mood. And so we increased it. Like, we actually doubled the dosage of Prozac. So now I think I'm on 40 milligrams of Prozac. And he also started me on Abilify for depression as well. Um, we're only doing 5 milligrams of that right now, and I'm only taking it at nighttime because it does make me kind of tired. And if I have to take like a muscle relaxer because of my back, then I get really tired. And like the other day, I had to transfer myself from the wheelchair to the bed while I was here alone because like nobody was here to help me. And so like it was kind of a little bit uncomfortable for not just myself, but I'm sure for the other people who are helping to take care of me, because like knowing that I had to transfer myself, they don't want me doing a whole bunch of transferring while I'm home alone because transfers can go bad. Like you could be doing perfectly fine and then have a transfer go bad because of the wrong foot placement, or like you accidentally, like your hand slips or something. Like so many things could go wrong. So it's just been a lot. And I think that anybody who goes through a situation like this where you lose your independence and you need somebody to help take care of you, I think anybody would have frustration and anger. I feel like I'm a burden because, like, when I was in the hospital, these people who aren't even family to me took time out of their lives to come down and visit me hours away when my own family didn't really come down and visit me. Like my mom came once and she stayed for like 5 minutes before she had to leave. These people who weren't even, like, they're not even my family. Like, I'm living with them now. They built me a ramp, and at some point I will have to make a video like showing you guys the ramp that they built. It's not completely done right now, so I can't go out on the ramp by myself because there's no like edging to it. But it just really touched my heart that these people cared about me enough to drive like 4 hours. Like they would leave from here at like 5 o'clock in the morning to be down to go to my occupational therapy with me by 9 a.m. So, like, that's a lot to ask of somebody who's not even related to you. And so it just made me feel really cared about and like I mattered to someone. And like I said, the fact that these people like adjusted this whole home to match what I need in order to be able to do things safely. Like I have a shower chair. I have something set up over the stove so that I can see if water is boiling when I get to that point where I can use the stove. Um, like I have things set up that are tools to help me be successful. And I feel like I'm a burden because like we had Thanksgiving dinner the other night. It's not Thanksgiving yet as of the day that I'm filming this. Um, but due to people's work schedules and other life things, we had Thanksgiving dinner with family over the weekend. And like they had to carry me because it was so muddy outside. They had to carry me in my wheelchair from basically the bottom of the ramp here over to next door because it was so muddy. And then they had to lift me up and like bring me up onto the deck and then bring me into the house. And like, I just don't see my family wanting to do that. Like, most of my family have not even checked up on me other than to like ask me why I'm not worried about insurance and things like that. Like, yes, I'm worried about it, but there's also nothing that I can do about certain things. Like, there's so much that is out of my control right now that like I don't even know where to begin with a lot of these things. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to share with you. So I'm taking 5 milligrams of Abilify every night, and I'm taking 40 milligrams of Prozac in the morning with my vitamins. And so I will probably make a video updating you guys on how I'm doing at these dosages. I've only been taking the Abilify since Friday. Today is Tuesday. No, since Saturday. And today is Tuesday. So I've only been taking the Abilify since Saturday. No, Friday. I was right. So I've been taking the Abilify since Friday. Today's Tuesday. And I've been taking the Prozac since Tuesday. So I've been taking the Prozac for longer because he wanted me to start the new dose of the Prozac to see how I did with that before I started taking the Abilify. So I will give you guys an update on how it's going. So far, I haven't really had any side effects other than just feeling really drowsy or tired. And I did have some nausea, but I don't know if that was because I ate like something that was a little bit more carb heavy than I'm used to, or what that was. But either way, I just wanted to give you guys that little update. So hopefully I can stop feeling like a burden. It's very hard not to feel like a burden when somebody has to help you with everything. Like I have to have somebody help me get in the shower. I have to have somebody help me like set my wheelchair up to transfer. I have to have somebody help me like get dressed. It's a lot. And going from being someone who is very independent and does like everything for herself to someone who needs assistance with pretty much every major thing is really, really frustrating and depressing. So I just wanted to give you guys that information. Let me know if you have taken Prozac and Abilify together or if you've taken either one of them separately. I don't think I've ever been on Prozac before. I've never been on Abilify before. I've taken a different antidepressant before, but it wasn't Prozac. I think I was on Prozac maybe for like a short period of time, like over a decade ago, but it did not work for me. So I don't know if it'll work this time, hopefully, because I need something to start to be able to feel more like myself again. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys have any questions or any topics you would like me to discuss on my channel in the future, be sure to let me know. I would be glad to get something filmed for you, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.